Hello viewers, MagnaK here. Supposed to be on duelingbook.com, but I guess Adobe stopped working. So I'm attempting to record while nobody is home but me, because I have no recording studio. And it turns out my mic's not working as well as I thought it would be. I don't know. At first I thought everything was okay with the mic situation, and it's like not okay. It's hard to tell when I can't click off of one window to another without you noticing in the video. And if Dueling Book doesn't work, I'm not going to get anything recorded. Don't know why everything's recording slowly. Recording slowly. Why everything is loading slowly. Ah, there it goes. Got the intro, nobody cares. Let's go. So we're up to 19 cards in the Archetype now. 11 monsters. Was it 3 traps? Which makes the, 5 spell cards. So I tried to make a deck with it. We need to test it out. Of course, I'm going to suck at dueling because it's been like 10 years since I had a decent duel, which means I suck as a duelist. I tried to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on my phone, but my phone is craptastical. Before I could even actually do any real gameplay, my phone's memory filled up, which is a really cheap way of forcing people to buy new phones. And maybe my internet is broken. God knows. I just dropped my phone right then. It's fine. So we're going to the duel room. Floral Monastery. Let's see. I don't know what siding means or what does it mean. I guess we'll just host a duel. Be like, hello. So awkward. Hear a weird song off of one YouTuber's video, and then you go searching it online and you realize it's a very strange song. And especially when it's paired up with a black and white movie from, the 70s or 80s? I mean, not the 80s. Definitely feels like 70s. God knows when I'm gonna get a phone call. Hey, who'd like to duel with me? I know I got like no ranking, but who cares? Oh well, yes, it's gonna be quite the wait. I'm just flossing while I'm waiting. You could talk. Well, say the art is still way behind schedule because there are, like I mentioned, 11 monsters. But worst of all, there are 19 different cards. And I added an extra 5 to that tally of nonsense by deciding to have 6 different designs for the child of the Floral Monastery. So I do have those drawings ready. Yep, it's my internet connection. Let's try again. Just checking if OBS was still recording. It is. I just don't know how to get it to pause properly. I thought I had a hotkey set up for it, but apparently it wasn't working the way I thought it was. Okay, my internet is craptastic, or there's something wrong with their system. And seeing as I'm out in the country, it most likely is my connection. Or it could be that I'm trying to upload a video to YouTube at the same time. And that's a no-no. Oh wait, it's working. Mystic Mine. I don't know what that is. Try hosting a duel again. There's absolutely nothing going on the screen, which is very strange. I'll just wait until it boots me again. Funny story. Goodness. Well, this is really annoying. So we'll just review the cards instead of trying to duel anybody. Because apparently my connection is not good enough right now. Oh boy. Can't even look at my cards if I can't connect. Losing the gum. Still flossing. I don't do that often enough. Well, forget that. So we can't review the effects right now because what I have online is different than what my notes on my phone say. But pretty much almost all but 3 monsters are regular effect monsters. And then I have an Exceeds monster and 2 pendulum monsters. I have 2 counter traps and 1 continuous trap, and I don't remember what the other ones do. What the spell cards do. No, I know I have at least 1 field card. I think I have a second field card, or at least a continuous spell card. It's just really annoying when I don't have everyone right in front of me. We'll go through the book. Let's see. 6 plus 10. No, it's 6 plus 18. That's 24. So yeah, I need to come up with 24 drawings. And I know a lot of people are not good at drawing, but they still understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Mechanics really well, so they just end up with really scratchy looking art, or they're able to borrow someone else's art. And I need to remember that some Yu-Gi-Oh! Art styles are pretty up close to the monsters, that you never really see the whole person. Sometimes you just see like a top view of them, or a bust view of them, or maybe even just a headshot. Like headshot. But yeah, I was just kind of caught up in drawing them in full figure. But I did just get to admire the duelingbook.com entry page, or home page. Yeah, just admire that glossy, shiny thing. It's so shiny. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro makes cards as a card maker, but I think you can upload cards onto there. Let me poke around on it if I can get my computer to cooperate with me. La-di-da. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dawn of a New Era. I put ground meat in a pan, started cooking, and didn't realize that I had no canned tomatoes, so I can't make chili or most other dishes that you would make with a pound of ground beef, because I'm also trying to avoid using potato and pasta, which is the most boring pound of ground meat you can imagine without me using my spices. Answering a text message. Ocean mind, take me by the hand. Taking version? Multiple hours? No one wants to wait multiple hours. Why would you do that to someone? I need to look up online to see how you can add a few individual mods onto that. A Minecraft game. Oh goodness, my internet is just sucking today. Sucking a lot. So yeah, looking at a picture of a full person is not that interesting unless you just want to show off your art skills. And that wasn't the initial intention, but I get carried away, and now I'm just backtracking and be like, oh, I don't have to do that. So 11 plus 5 more. I keep counting. It's 25 drawings. Let's see. And everything count. I'm gonna have to go feed animals real soon because it's getting dark outside. Creaky, creaky desk. Probably needs me to tighten the screws. It's one of those glass desks with the metal frames that you drag out of a box and put together on your own. And I'm just not sitting at the desk really properly. Makes me wish I had an adjustable desk. I could always change the height of it. But right now, the internet cable is just too short right now. And it's like, because I'm using the cable that used to go to my old computer, but my old computer is kind of dead. Now that I have a laptop with flexibility on where I put it, I'm forced to use a cable that's a little too short. So it's just been a cramping myself, cramping my style. Looking at a magazine, put that thing down. Oh yeah. 6 down. Actually, it's 7 drawings down. 25 to go. I keep forgetting how many I've got to do. I was recording some of my videos with some headphones. Some earbuds. But apparently they're not good. They never really had good microphone quality. But OBS would always make me think that the quality was good enough. OBS is a liar. You lie face. And I'm trying to find my pencil. Where is my pencil? I found it. Do some math before I keep forgetting what the math is. So it's 24 drawings. Minus 7. Break my brain. 17. That's why they say never do math on camera. And the child of the Floral Monastery, like I said, I had 6 art design ideas for that one. So, and 3 of them are male, 3 of them are female kids. And excluding them, that leaves 10 other monsters. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 out of 10 of them are women. So it's actually quite gender balanced here. The nun's a woman. You got the midwife, it's also a woman. I think in real life, a midwife could be any gender. It's just usually a woman. Groundkeeper is a woman. And mother of the Floral Monastery is a woman. Everyone else is male. So you got all the males are. So you got the groomsmen, crypt keeper, disciples, priests, and head priest, and the father of the Floral Monastery. They're all men. Oh boy. This is not a very strong archetype. In fact, it'd probably work better sprinkled in other decks rather than working alone. Working as a group alone. Because as a standalone group, there are probably plenty of even tier 3 decks that could probably stomp all over them. Because obviously this is made by someone who doesn't play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't watch a lot of videos about Yu-Gi-Oh! I do enjoy watching dual logs talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Talking about gameplay with Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And with it, TCG anime talking about the monsters of different archetypes. But I don't really get too involved with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. I do have some physical cards from like 20 years ago. But it's not much. I do not have much going on. I have a scanner on my printer, so I can always just scan in the drawings. I guess I could start doing that now. Let me give it a whirl. Who's up first? Now, when it comes to scanning and drawings, the only program that I'm aware of that does it, that's easy to use, is Paint. And I know Paint is craptastic. Paint is the most basic. Everyone likes to hate on the Paint program, but it works. Let's work. I could tear the drawings out. I made sure not to draw on the back of the paper. I just don't want to hurt them. Did I just tear out this whole section of book? This looks complicated. Bear with me while I destroy something precious to me. The binder is taking... Okay, that was a little awkward, but it's out. I'm destroying my precious things. But I guess you have to break things in order to make things. Let's see, computer, be kind to me. That's Cat. Hey, the princess. I kind of miss her. She was so cute. Right there. Excuse that. I do not miss these cats. They're a pain in the butt. Okay, how do I get to MS Paint? I don't want Paint 3D. Being stupid. There we go. Paint. Ocean Mom, take me by the hand. It's been a while. I may have changed some things. No, it wasn't Paint that did it. It must have been something else, and I forgot what it was. Or maybe I'm just using... There it is. That's the option I was looking for. It's not a color picture. Let's try this one. Yes. Preview, please. And there goes the printer. Fire up. Fire away. Just piddling through my stuff. Did he do it? He did a thing. Let's try this option. Try again. And don't just scan this box area, please. Scan the whole thing. Why does he sound like he's dying? Okay, let's try this option now. What do you want to scan? I want to scan a very faint drawing. Well, that seems to show up better. Just scan that, please. I want to avoid having as much color on this thing show up on this as possible. Oh dear. I'm really nervous about how this is going to look when it shows up on the screen. Ah, that's not bad. I thought it'd be yellower. I thought more would show up in the background. No, it's not bad. Kind of wondering why this is black. So, let's select all and get a rotate on. Paste. Crop. Aren't you good? This is our male model of the Floral Monastery children. Select all. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I just kind of suck with backgrounds. So if he looks a little awkward, I apologize. But yes, this is hand-drawn pencil madness. Eraser! Away! Probably didn't need to do that. So faint looking. If I was drawing with pen, it would probably stand out more. But I'm using a lead pencil here. And these are supposed to be dandelion and dandelion seeds. Dandelions! Because it's a Floral Monastery archetype has a flower theme. And each person who lives in Floral Monastery, each of the monsters have a specific flower. Because I just threw in groomsmen and midwife, I don't have flowers for them yet. But I do have flowers in mind for all the others. Checking my notes. So the child of the Floral Monastery is the dandelion. Just trying to find him on the list and I got lost. There he is. The groundskeeper is sunflower. The nun is the daisy. The disciple is the tulip. Crypt keeper is forget-me-not. Who didn't guess that one coming? The head priest gets the carnation. The mother of the Floral Monastery gets the rose. And the father of the Floral Monastery gets lily. His flower is white. Mother's flower is going to be like a silvery blue. Or a bluish silver. Whatever comes to mind. Probably more similar to this or this color. It's gonna look a little purplish or lavenderish. Crypt keeper. No, forget-me-nots are blue. The carnation can come in a variety of colors. You can actually dye these flowers very easily. Or at least when it concerns dyeing flowers, the carnation is one of the first flowers that come to mind. So I'm not exactly sure what color his flower is going to be. It might be pink or red. I'll have to look up online to see what the language of the flowers are. Daisies are usually white. Sunflowers are usually bright golden yellow. It's just that now that I have, goodness, the forgot their names, the groomsman and the midwife, I had to come up with flower themes for them too. But yeah, that's the fun thing about having the kids. You got the fun part and the hard part about the children is that you got these dandelion seeds that need to be in the scene too, because that's one of the most memorable things about dandelions. Their seeds just get everywhere, all over the place. Plus, I haven't worked on the background very much. I imagined a fair sky. Not a clear sky, but just just some patchy clouds. This is supposed to be a cloud here. So many dandelion seeds. That's what you get for playing with dandelions. They get everywhere. Let's go ahead and save this as a thing. Where is my awesome keyboard? Oh, I buried it under a magazine. I have too much stuff at my desk. Let's see. I tend to save it as a bitmap so that it doesn't change when I save it. Pictures, please. New folder. Can I get a new folder? All I need is a new folder. I cannot type properly. Save. Might be reduced. Oh dear me. Can we not do that? Let's try 24-bit map. Yes, replace it, please. Okay, I didn't change it so harshly. I just don't really know what to do about dinner. Doesn't even look very boyish. Because the original idea was that he would be the only artwork for the Child of the Floral Monastery, but leave it ambiguous so that you could just, be whatever you want. Like, it could be a boy, it could be a girl. It's awfully slender boy here. Like, who doesn't like dressing their kids in oversized pants? The pants be baggy. Most kids don't tuck their shirts in unless their parents dress them. He's supposed to be dirty. Like, why is he dirty? He also needs a haircut. It's like the most fun thing to see in an anime fight scene. The characters swinging so close to each other, they just end up losing hair over it. Let's go and get to you. see. Let's try this one. That is not what I wanted to do. Delete it. It's been a while since I've done something like this. Whee! I'm probably thinking of another program where you could tweak it a little bit more than this. Or my computer could be an idiot and just kind of break itself. It's not really my computer's fault, it's really the mouse. Or I just need to change programs. So I'm gonna have to look up another drawing program online. Indeed, I do need a job. Not enough of people like, just work for YouTube. It'd be nice. Oh, excuse me. I forgot something. I forgot to to scan the other drawings. So before we just run off and do things like willy-nilly, let's get the other drawings in. I'm a very absent-minded artist. I don't get out much at all. I just like to do my own thing. I still really like to draw. Scan, please. Preview, please. Hello, sweetie. Crop. Girl, it's a girl. Excuse me. Babe. I intend for her to be blonde. She's wearing socks. Kind of long socks. Kids usually wear ankle socks. And yeah, there were going to be dandelion seeds too. Like when I get a better program to do art with, I'm going to just put a layer of dandelion seeds in front of her. And then work on the background later. Art's a pain in the butt. It's not easy getting this angle. See, new please. See, that's the first girl, first boy. Okay, tear some more pages up, look. I'm kidding, I'm just gonna put the book on the flatbed. Like a noob. Because I don't know what to do. I'm a noob. Kidding. This is gonna look awkward. At the very least, we got these two. And that looks awkward. Let's see. At least I can say a thing happening. Scan, please. Let's see. Oh, this is our second boy. I got a band-aid on. Hee hee hee. Scratched his knee. Yeah, the Floral Monastery is an orphanage and the kids just run around like cray-cray. I was so well, somebody. You don't watch the kids, somebody's gonna get hurt. And of course, once again, we have a very girly face on a guy. He's just a boy. He needs some time to grow up. I think his head's a little big though. But I think that's the thing with kids. They just kind of have big heads because that's what humans do. Humans have big heads. Okay, new please. Boy, where's our second girl? Second girl's going to be the oldest child in this series. I got her reading a book. And in this scene, she's probably studying to be like a midwife or something like that. Crop it there because I can't really see what I'm doing. It's a very small picture, okay? This book fits in my hand very easily. It's travel sized. But oh, it's already cropped. Don't need to keep selecting stuff. I have her sitting on a rock. Crop, please. You can see some shading where the book turns. And she's got some dandelions on her hair. I think in Japan this would be the front of the book here. But since I'm an English person growing up in America, the front of the book's actually on this side. But hey, like, it's been a while since I've actually seen like art-only back covers on books. Like nowadays, most books have like text on the back that you can read. Like, oh, do you need a summary of this story? Even though this girl is at most like 6th grade. Well, at least that's the intention. She looks like she could pass for 15 almost. Like, oh my gosh, is she 15? Like, maybe. Like, I didn't intend for her to be very old. But she looks like she's maturing. Like she looks like she's at least 12. Again, not too great with the angles. Whee! Just messing around. He's sitting on a pillow. because she's going to be reading this book for a while. It's a big book. So save. There's the girl. Where's the girl? 2. Oops. No, please. Oh, yes. Girl number 2 is going to be a redhead. I'm not too thrilled with the art on the third boy. I'm just running out of ideas. That's what happens when you push yourself. And you realize, oh, I didn't really think ahead before I made. And then you, goodness. I always do previews first so that I don't have to crop nearly as much. But it is a very small image. My cursor keeps dropping the subject. Please stop dropping things. And that, please. There you go. Whee! He's just napping in the sun. And a butterfly says hello. My Vivire has some big butterflies. Lore-wise, the Floral Monastery is located in the dimension known as Vivar. V-I-V-A-R. And in Vivar, we have some big butterflies. Okay? I like butterflies. So in Vivar, we have big butterflies. And they're pretty friendly. Apparently, this one had nothing better to do than sit on someone's face. And yes, butterflies this big have the potential to suck blood. So, maybe it's not a great thing that butterflies want to get that close to you. They might accidentally bite you. So, unless you know exactly what kind of butterfly you're handling, be careful. Nature is scary sometimes. Okay. And our third boy is, I think he's the youngest. I'm not sure. He doesn't really look that young. Again, his shirt's tucked in. Well, they have dress codes. I guess you could say they have dress codes. I mean, the other two were getting very dirty. The second boy was all scuffed up from playing too rough. Probably. In fact, it's very likely that he had already taken off his nice shirt, his overshirt, his dress shirt, and was just playing in his A shirt, and that's how he got so dirty. One of my favorite characters. Line. Made up character and the line that I imagine her saying, which, dang it, the bookmark's on the page. Like, why are you trying to hurt me? I was running out of ideas. And even though I try not to just scan it like that, because if I keep picking at it, my cursor is going to mess up. My mouse is going to mess me up. Yeah, it's a nice, warm, sunny day. Grass. Bookmark. Whoops. Technical difficulties. Because my mouse sucks. Saving. So this girl has black hair. I'll put my keyboard down. Because that's a great idea. Have her with curly hair. I don't usually like drawing curly hair because there's so much effort into it. You know, pull their hair back so that, you know, get the curls all up in your face. Because that's probably one of the most annoying things that happens when you have nice skin. How do I zoom in? There's something on their nose. This is not intentional. I hate dark marks. Look at that. Probably didn't brush off the book before I scanned it. Whee! I like your shirt. Cute frilly thing. And she's wearing, capris. There they are. Cut off there. And they start high. I get so... I see my nieces, and their pants don't seem to be high up on from the waist. And then they bend over or they sit down and then they try to stand up. And it's like, pull up your pants in the back. Pull up your pants in the back. Like, don't they make children's clothes better than that? We also have none of the Floral Monastery. Goodness. Drew none. It's not hard to draw none. Oh, goodness. New, please. Scan, please. Oh boy, it is getting late. I need to feed animals. Now I want to do a preview just to make sure I'm getting the image. Because sometimes the pencil strokes are too faint. And the printer and the computer thinks, oh, you want me to scan all of that? Yes, I did. Because here you can see it's about to cut off her head. I don't want it to do that. I don't think I'm going to keep her feet in the official drawing. In the official art. Official custom art. It's custom art, but this is the official artist's drawing of that art. Yep. Very weird shoes. I did not know what kind of shoes none would wear. All I knew was that they'd be very simple. And maybe her feet are just a little too small. I don't know. I have size 10 feet. I grew up in the country. I went barefooting. Barefooting. I probably won't even use the full drawing. Pick up my keyboard. Save. I messed up the necklace a little bit here. But pretty much it's okay. And due to the position of her hands, you won't even see the cross pendant even if I drew it. But this nun is wearing a daisy-shaped brooch. I'm going to try and have flowers incorporate it in the image somewhere on the others. I think one of the kids made it. Plus, the nuns do help take care of the kids too. Like sometimes they're in classrooms teaching the children. Unless you're like into religion stuff, most people don't really know what nuns do. I don't really know what nuns do, but I remember watching the movie Sister Act, starring was it Whoopi Goldberg, and in that movie series, nuns would do a variety of things. They would go out and clean things. They would feed the sick, or help, probably even help with donations and stuff like that. And they did teach, and they had the school, a Christian school where they taught the kids in classrooms. So, of course, in a monastery that supports a orphanage, I would see, it's easy to see that when they homeschool the kids, nuns would probably do some teaching there. Like, not all religions are against science, because, of course, without science, we'd probably be still living in the dark ages, being afraid to go outside at night. But, of course, light pollution and noise pollution are a big deal. We need to turn off more lights at night and be more wary of how we affect the animals and the environment. Oh, and because you don't see a back view of her, you don't see the idea I had for a pendant thing to like hold the hat in the back, because I was thinking that maybe all this cloth here was probably going to like have a weird effect. Maybe it's more shaped like a head. I'm not really sure. She looks like she's going to graduate. Now, she's graduated from the material world. Yes, it's like, I am no longer a material girl. Yes, her ears are a little high. I tend to draw ears a bit high. I've graduated from being a material girl. I no longer need of worldly possessions. And you want to live in the real world, it's just a lot easier when you don't have a lot of stuff. Believe me. The more stuff you have, the harder it is to keep up with all of your stuff. You have a car? Oh, now you need to buy motor oil and transmission fluid once in a while. And, of course, you have to buy gas at least once or twice a week, depending on how much you drive your car. You have to pay the mechanic to look at your vehicle once every other month. All kinds of nonsense. Antifreeze. I was forgetting about antifreeze. And boy, oh boy, if you don't know how to change your tires, you're in a lot of trouble. And tires cost usually about $100 a tire, depending on what vehicle you're driving. So you want to get all your tires rotated or something, it might cost you $400, roughly. So, it's just so much easier if you just live in a church and just pray half the day away. Just talk to God. God is all you need. All you need is God. Life is so much easier when all you think about is God. But I don't. I'm sorry, God. I should be more apologetic. I'm looking at my book and it's got these pockets in the back. I'm not sure what to use in this pocket. It's got a back pocket. I don't know what to do with it. I wonder why it even has it. It just looks kind of weird. Would you stick a library card in there or something? I could stick some cards in there. I'm sorry, you can't see it. I do have a webcam that's a laptop. Most laptops nowadays have a webcam built into it. I'm just afraid to turn it on. I don't want people to look at me. I'm hideous. Don't look at me, I'm hideous. I'm going to be wrapping up soon. So yeah, thanks for looking at the drawings. It's too bad I couldn't get anything else to work. Ecosia, if you believe in the power of advertisements, Ecosia says that every time you search the web, they'll plant trees. So if you care about trees, get the Ecosia, search, what do you call it, application or some thingamajiggy. Rising at the Shield Hero. Yay! But yeah, more trees, more power. Yay!